Welcome to the Soft Life Sessions, where every Sunday we slow down, reflect, and make space for peace. I'm Kaylee. Let's begin. Welcome back to the Soft Life Sessions. I'm Kaylee. Before we begin today's conversation, I'd love for you to do something with me. Take one slow, deep breath. Now let it go. Sometimes the hardest thing we'll ever do isn't holding on. It's letting go. Not because we stopped loving someone, but because we finally realized peace matters too. If you're joining me while you're driving, taking a walk, folding laundry, or simply enjoying a quiet moment, thank you for spending part of your Sunday with me. Today's conversation is one that I think almost all of us have experienced in one way or another. It's about relationships, friendships, and family, people we once imagined would always be part of our lives. And what happens when they aren't? So, let's talk. Can I ask you something? Have you ever loved someone and still felt exhausted every time you were around them? Have you ever found yourself replaying conversations, wondering if you said something wrong or if you somehow weren't enough? Sometimes we hold on to relationships simply because they've existed for a long time. We tell ourselves, they're family, we've been friends forever, I've known them my whole life, as if history is the same thing as health. But it isn't. Time doesn't automatically make a relationship healthy. Love doesn't erase disrespect. And loyalty should never require you to lose yourself. There's someone I loved very deeply. We grew up together. We shared holidays, birthdays, family gatherings, and so many memories. For a long time, I assumed we'd always be close. But as we got older, something began to change. I started noticing little things. I'd see pictures of outings that I didn't know were happening. There were new friendships, new memories, new inside jokes. And somewhere along the way, I stopped being included. At first, I told myself I was imagining it. Maybe everyone was just busy. Maybe it wasn't intentional. Then there were little comments, the kind that people laugh off, but somehow they stay with you long after the conversation ends. Comments that made me question myself, comments that quietly chipped away at my confidence. I kept making excuses because I loved her and because she was family. I thought, if I just keep showing up, maybe things will go back to the way they used to be. But they didn't. One day, I asked myself a question. Why am I working so hard to stay connected to someone who seems comfortable disconnecting from me? That question hurt because sometimes the truth does. I realized I wasn't grieving the relationship I actually had. I was grieving the relationship I wished we had. Those are two very different things. And once I understood that, everything started to change. I think sometimes people confuse boundaries with bitterness. They're not the same thing. Walking away doesn't always mean you're angry. Sometimes it simply means you're choosing peace. You can love someone, pray for them, wish them well, and still recognize that they no longer have access to every part of your life. That's not revenge. That's wisdom. Can I confess something? I'm the kind of person who will reread a text message about 6 times, trying to figure out if I somehow misunderstood it. Maybe you've done that too. Or maybe you've replayed conversations in your head, wondering, what could I have done differently? Eventually, I realized something. Not every relationship ends because you failed. Sometimes, people simply grow in different directions. Sometimes, God removes people to make room for peace. I'd love to leave you with another book recommendation. This week's book is Boundaries by Dr. Henry Cloud and Dr. John Townsend. If you've ever struggled with saying no or felt guilty for protecting your peace, I think you'll really appreciate this book. It isn't about pushing people away. It's about learning how to love others without losing yourself. And I think that's a lesson many of us never had the chance to learn. The question that changed everything wasn't, why did they leave? It became, what kind of relationships bring out the best in me? That question changed everything. Because peace shouldn't feel unfamiliar. Healthy relationships shouldn't leave you questioning your worth. The people God places in your life won't always agree with you, but they should make you feel safe, valued, and respected. I'd love for you to carry one question with you this week. Not answer it right now, just think about it. Who in your life makes you feel most like yourself? And who makes you feel like you're constantly trying to earn love? Sometimes the answer is where healing begins. This week's Sunday challenge is simple. Write down the names of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Next to each name, write one word describing how you usually feel after spending time with them. Do you feel peaceful, encouraged, accepted, inspired, or do you feel exhausted, anxious, unseen, or emotionally drained? Don't judge yourself. Just notice. Awareness is often the first step toward healing. Before we finish, let's take one more deep breath together. This week, choose one relationship that brings you peace. Pour into it. Send the text, make the call, plan the coffee date. Healthy relationships deserve our attention too. And if you're grieving the loss of a relationship, be gentle with yourself. Healing isn't forgetting, it's learning to move forward without carrying what God never intended for you to carry forever. Thank you for spending part of your Sunday with me. If today's conversation encouraged you, I'd love for you to share it with someone who might need this reminder today. And before you go, I'd love to hear from you. What's one relationship that taught you something valuable about peace or about yourself? I'll be reading the comments, and I can't wait to hear your stories. Take care of yourself this week. Protect your peace. Trust God's timing. And remember, sometimes not everyone who leaves you was a loss. Until next Sunday, choose peace.